friends, today I'm going to take you through a 15-minute hip opener flow. The poses that we're going to do today are just a few of my favorites that I like to get into that help me get deep into my hamstrings and my hips. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like to use a block in your practice, go ahead and grab one. You can also use a book. And if you don't need a block at all, that's fine. Using blocks really kind of help us lengthen through our spine to really get deeper into our hips and also just kind of come down with a flat back in any fold that we do. And I'll explain this further as we go through our flow today. So just placing your block to the side, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start in our extended child's pose. So we're taking the big toes together and the knees are wide, and we're just going to sit the hips back and walk the hands forward, bringing our chest down to the mat. We're reaching our sitting bones back. You can kind of press into your palms here, maybe rock side to side. Just to get a little deeper into those hips as we start to warm up here. Maybe taking some deep breaths, tuning into your breath here. You can rest your forehead on the mat as well. As you breathe out, start to draw your belly button in towards your spine, kind of engaging your core, pressing all the air out of your lungs. Beautiful. We're going to rock forward into our tabletop position. Wrists are on the shoulders and knees are going to be right under the hips, hip width apart. We're just going to curl the back toes and we're going to sit back on the feet and just opening our feet up. Opening up my feet is one of my favorite things to do in my practice. It just feels so good to have my feet pretty much open. Feels really good to just have my feet nice and open and just kind of ready to, do any balances I may need to do and, just kind of get me through my day. Okay, we're gonna rock forward, release the toes, and we'll just go ahead and do some cat-cows because they always feel so good and I feel like I can never do a practice without them. Breathing out as we come into our cow, tilt the tailbone down, press the earth away, cat, sorry. Inhale up into our cow, exhale into cat, inhale into cow, exhale into cat. Maybe you're feeling like going a little slower, so just go at your own pace, whatever feels good for you here today. Okay, so we're going to go into our first downward dog, so curl the back toes, and just watching as I come into this, we're not just straightening the legs out first. We lift the knees off the mat, press your chest towards your lap, and then shoot the tailbone up. Now see, when I'm here, I have a nice long spine here, and we want to try to keep that as much as we can. The goal isn't really to get the heels on the ground, but to really just get that lower back down. So think about bringing your belly button towards your big toes. If this is your first downward dog of the day, go ahead and just wiggle those legs out. Whatever feels good to you here, go ahead and play around with it. You can also come onto the tops of the toes, stretching out the feet just a little bit more. Whatever is feeling good to you here. Taking some deep breaths. Every time you take a deep breath, it's an opportunity for some more space in your practice. We're going to inhale, roll forward. Exhale, you can kind of roll back just as we had done when we first came into our pose. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. Beautiful. We're going to take a nice slow walk to the front of our mat, lifting those feet up off the mat as best we can, coming into our forward fold. And so from here, you can either just hang down. If this is really tight on your hamstrings, have a nice bend in those knees to get into it. And if you have two blocks, I only have one today, if you have your blocks, if you can bring your hands a little bit more forward, if you have two blocks, so you can use two. Otherwise, with the one, you can just bring your hands forward and see how I have a nice long spine. And if you have a mirror in front of you, really check your spine. If you're here, think about bringing that belly button down because that's really going to help you bring your lower back down. Reaching the arms forward, this is also going to kind of help you get into your chest a little bit. You can relax the head down, maybe sway the legs side to side. Taking some deep breaths. When you're ready, just go ahead and release the arms. You can kind of just enjoy your forward fold however you like to hold it. And just tuning into your hamstrings. How are they feeling? Are they sore? Are they just really tight? Maybe they're really open today and you're feeling really good today. You should feel good every day. Okay, we're going to inhale halfway, hands on shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. One more, inhale halfway. Try and fold a little bit deeper. All right, we're going to take hands to the mat. You can also take your hands to the blocks. If you have 2 blocks, it would be really great. Otherwise, hands to the mat. We're going to come into our standing split. We're going to start on the right side, so pressing into all 4 corners on that right foot. We're going to raise that left leg up, nice bend in the front knee, and then we're going to lift up into our standing split on the right side, sorry. Reaching that toe towards the ceiling as best we can. Breathing. And so if you want to make this a little more fun, as we come into our high lunge, you can either just step back, or you can try to kind of release the hands, bend into that front knee, a nice little balance, and then step back. Crescent lunge. And so while we're here in our crescent lunge, I want you to draw that tailbone underneath, and we're tucking the belly button in so we can get our core engaged here. Arms are up, and then just double check that knee. Is it pointing towards your big toe? If so, start to point it towards that pinky toe. We never want that knee to cave in. And keeping that back leg strong. Left hand down to the inside of that right foot. Reach that right arm up. Now you can stay here if you want something a little deeper. Take that right hand to the lower back. Maybe try to bring it around that left hip. And twist your chest towards the ceiling. Right hand to the inside of that right foot. And I want you to rotate your back foot. So we're heel to arch here, then raise that left arm up. Nice big twist. Beautiful, left hand down. We're going to bring that back knee down, and I want you to reach it as far back as you can. So we're getting into that nice little lunge. Tops of the toes are down here. And having the arms on the inside of that right foot, you can just gently press yourself into this, maybe forearms to the earth, forearms to the block. This is my first practice for the day, so I kind of just like to gently press myself into this and kind of sit nice and tall. And remembering that in any fold we do, we really want to try to keep that nice long back and a nice lengthened spine. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, maybe sink a little bit lower. Find some space in your body if it's there. Beautiful. We're going to walk the right foot to the edge of our mat. And I want you to start to circle the hips back and forward. So we're just getting a little bit of mobility work here. In all the classes that I teach, I really like to play around with our mobility, just range of motion. It's really great to kind of get a little bit deeper and just wake our joints up a little bit more. Switch direction. And then pause, and we're going to take the right hand to the right knee, gently press that knee away, reach your chest away, and reach the ears away from the shoulder. Beautiful, gently release. That always feels nice. Now I want us to walk that right foot a little bit farther out from your mat. We're sinking the hips back, and we're rocking back on that right heel. Now from here you can just kind of have your hands on the mat. I like to use 2 blocks. If I had 2 blocks, I would use them. Having the arms forward, and you can kind of press down. The blocks will really help you get a little bit longer into your spine. So I'm going to go ahead and use my block. Both hands are forward. We're pressing our chest down, pressing our belly button down. We're getting nice and deep into that right hamstring. Beautiful, rock forward. We're going to walk that right foot back to center where we get first started. Taking a deep breath in, we're going to exhale and sink back into that runner's stretch. So chest to big toe here, really long spine, using your blocks if you like. Deep breath in, and we're gonna exhale and sink forward. So we're sinking nice and low into these hips. Now, if this is tough on your back knee, you can always roll up a mat, or you can put a blanket underneath that foot, or knee, sorry. And then if you wanna come a little bit deeper into it, sit nice and tall, hold on to your blocks, hold on to your hips, whatever feels good for you here. We're just trying to sit nice and tall in this low lunge. Deep breath in, exhale, sink back. Deep breath in, exhale and sink forward. Beautiful. Gently coming to a neutral position, we're going to curl the back toes. We want us to step up to our high runner stretch so the toes are pointed forward and those hips are nice and squared. I'm going to switch direction just so you guys can see me here on this right side. Hips are squared here. Now you can either stay here holding onto your blocks, trying to have that nice flat back, belly button's coming down. If you want to play around with that mobility, again, take the left hand to the left hip. Externally rotate. Inhale as you rotate. And then exhale, square it back down to that right big toe. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. The deeper you close, the more you'll get on that right IT band. Deep breath in, last one. Exhale, close. And then just hold here. Really try to sink a little bit lower. Okay, then we're going to go into our standing split again. I'm going to go ahead and switch directions so you guys can see me again. So we're going to go ahead, curl the back toes, bend into that right front knee, lift up. We're in our standing split again, holding onto your blocks if you need to. And then releasing that left leg down. Enjoy your forward fold here. Probably feeling a difference in the sides now. So enjoy your forward fold, maybe hang down, pedal out the legs, whatever feels good for you. All right, when you're ready, hands to the mat or blocks. We're going to take the right leg up to our standing split. So right leg comes up, pressing into that left leg as best we can, reaching those right toes to the ceiling. And either taking it nice and slow if you like, or you can just step back. You can make it kind of a little bit more artsy. We're bending into that left knee, take it nice and slow. Clearly my balance is better on the left side. And then just coming into your crescent lunge wherever you can go. Back leg is nice and strong, tailbone is tucked under, and our core is nice and tight, sinking into that back heel. And we're sinking into that front foot as well. Double checking that knee is pointed towards the pinky toe. Right hand down, bring that left arm up, nice big twist. If you want something a little deeper, take that left hand to the lower back, maybe try to hook it around that right hip, sink nice and low into those legs. If your knee starts going past the big toe, widen your lunge. Left hand to the inside of the left foot, rotate that back foot so we're heel to arch now. Raise that right arm up, nice big twist. Right hand down, bring that back knee as far back as you can, tops of the toes are down, and then just bringing your hands or forearms wherever you like. I just like to gently press myself into this. That's just what my body's feeling today. You can kind of rock side to side as well, whatever is feeling good for you here. If there's something you can explore in a pose, always take the time to go ahead and explore it. When you're ready, we're going to walk that left foot to the edge of our mat. Sink back into the hip. Oh wait, no, sorry, not sink back into the hips. Walking our left foot to the mat, edge of the mat, we're going to circle the hips forward and back. Nice big range of motion here, as big as you can make it. And remember, if that back knee is sensitive, you can always place a blanket or roll up your mat so it's a little more padded back there. Once you're forward, switch direction. Beautiful, and then pause right where we started. Left hand to the left knee, gently press that knee away, maybe roll onto the outer edge of that left foot. Reach the chest away, reach the ears away from the shoulders. Beautiful, gently back, and we're going to walk that left foot a little bit farther out. Sink the hips back, bring your blocks with you if you like. Sink the hips back, rock back on that heel. Hands are forward, and we're bringing our chest, belly button, nice long spine coming down towards the mat and getting deep into that left hamstring. Beautiful, rock forward. Walk that left foot back to where we started in the middle of our mat. Sink back into the hips. We're in our runner's stretch. Nice squared hips. Reaching that chest towards that big toe. Belly button is down. You can also kind of roll that ankle around if you like. I really like to reach my big toe towards me. It'll get deeper into that calf and the hamstring. Alright, taking a deep breath in. We're going to exhale and sink forward nice and low into that low lunge. You can either stay here or try to get a little bit deeper by sitting nice and tall. Hold on to your blocks if you need to. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink back. Deep breath in. Exhale, rock forward. Going back to neutral lunge. We're going to curl the back toes and step up to that high runner stretch. So the toes are pointed forward. If you need to hold your blocks, go ahead. Also, if that back heel isn't down, walk that foot in a little bit closer so it is, wherever you can go. And if you want to play with that mobility again, you can hold on to your blocks if you like. I like to. So taking the right hand to the right hip, externally rotate, inhale as we externally rotate, and then exhale as we square. Inhale, open, exhale, square. The deeper you square the hips, the more you'll get into that left IT band. Last one, and square. Beautiful, when you're ready, we're gonna go into that standing split again, bending into that left knee, raise that right leg up, holding onto your blocks or the mat, whatever works best for you. Standing split on the right side as best we can. Bring that right foot down and enjoy your forward fold, just pedaling those legs out, whatever is feeling good for you. Maybe just hang down. Maybe have a nice bend in those knees. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come all the way up, deep breath in. Exhale, arms down. Okay, so we're going to come into a chair pose today, but it's kind of a variation of our chair pose. And we're going to start on the left foot. So bending, we're going to start all four corners on that left foot, balancing on that left side, taking our time. We're going to bring that right leg up, and I want you to bring the right ankle to the top of that left thigh. Now from here, we're going to sink down as low as we can into our chair pose. We're going to get nice and deep into that right glute. If balancing is hard for you here, you can hold on to your blocks, or you can go ahead and challenge yourself, hands to heart center, or you can even raise those arms up. Maybe sink a little bit lower. Inhale up, and then exhale down. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, arms down. We're going to go onto that right side now, so focusing on all four corners on that right foot, we're going to bring that left leg up to the top of that right thigh. Sink the hips back. You can bring your hands to heart center, blocks, or the arms up if you want an extra challenge. Beautiful, gently release, inhale up, and exhale down. Deep breath in wide. Exhale, forward fold. Enjoy your forward fold here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and finish with our wide angle pose. You can start with your right leg back. I'm gonna go ahead and do sideways so you guys can see me. And from here, if you have 2 blocks, go ahead and have them on their tallest side. You can just use 1 block as well. And so if you see me here, I have a nice long back, nice long spine. Really think about bringing that belly button down. You can always place a mirror in front of yourself to double check. And so from here, you can keep the arms wide. We're just getting a little bit into our heart as well while we're here. Maybe shake the hips side to side. If we're really thinking about bringing that belly button down, we're really going to help get that lower back down deeper into those glutes and the hamstrings. So from here, I want everyone to keep their right hand on the block. We're taking the left hand to the right leg. And so if you can either bring it to the thigh, the shin, if you can get it to the ankle, that's great. We're just trying to work on getting there. And I want you to just think about twisting underneath that right arm, Taking some deep breaths. Beautiful, left hand back to the block, and then right hand to the left leg wherever you can get it. Thigh, shin, ankle, really twisting underneath the left arm. Beautiful, hands back to the block, just holding here. Now from here, if you want to open up your heart a little bit more, you can bring the block in. And if you have 2 blocks, definitely stack the blocks on top of each other, one on its long end and one on its short end. And then from here, you can bring your forearms to the blocks, wrists are hanging just off, and you want to bring your head to the inside of the arms, pressing down. We're going to get a little bit deeper into that chest. Only if you like to do this, that's fine. You don't have to. You can kind of just shake the hips side to side here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release the hands down. You can hold the backs of the ankles here and kind of just pull yourself down or walk yourself through. But we're really trying to still focus on coming down with that flat back as best we can. Or just go ahead and just hang down. Whatever feels good to you here, go ahead and play around with it. It's your practice, not mine. All right, when we're ready, hands to the mat, nice 90-degree angle with our legs. We're going to point the toes out, and I want you to come into your sumo squat. From here, hands are on the insides of the thighs, pressing the knees nice and wide. So we're getting deep into the inner thighs here, and kind of rock side to side, whatever feels good. We're going to press on that left knee, so we're bringing that left shoulder towards the right knee, a nice deep twist, but we're sinking those hips down and pressing those knees wide. Switch direction. One more time on the left side. And right side. Beautiful. Release the legs, hands, maybe rock those knees and legs side to side. Take your hands to the front of your mat. We're going to step back, downward dog. When you're ready, raise that right leg, 3-legged dog. We're just going to finish up here. So bending that right knee, opening the hips up. We're nice and stacked here. You can either stay here or start to make some big circles with that right leg. Work on any pops or cracks you may have. And just try to find that full range of motion in that right leg. And then go ahead and switch direction. Beautiful, and then pause, open that hip up again. Swing that right leg forward. We're setting up for pigeon on the right side. Tops of the legs are down. Now, if you need a block underneath here, if it's really tight for you, go ahead and place that under here. You can also use a pillow as well. And so we're just trying to sink as low as we can. That right knee is right aligned with that right hip. And we're not just sitting on that right side. Put a little bit of weight on that left hip as well. Walk the hands forward when you're ready. We'll go ahead and hold this. Hold. You can hold this pose as long as you feel necessary. You can hold it up to 2 or 3 minutes if you like. We're just going to go ahead and finish up our flow today. Beautiful, hands to the mat. Pressing into the palms, we're going to curl the back toes. Try to bring that right knee to your chest. Maybe hold it. Swing up, three-legged dog, and bring it right back down. We're going to raise that left leg, three-legged dog. Same thing on the left side. Hips are nice and squared. Bend the left knee, open the hip up. We're stacking the hips now. Make some big circles with that left knee, left leg. And then switch direction. And then pause, open the hip up, swing it forward, setting up for pigeon on the left side. Bringing that back leg down. Nice and tall, nice and proud. When you're ready, just getting yourself adjusted where you need to be, and then sink nice and low into your pigeon. Putting some weight on that right side. Beautiful, hands to the mat, press into the palms, curl the back toes, bring that knee to your chest, maybe hold it. Swing up, three-legged dog, and we'll come back down. We're going to bring the big toes together, knees wide, extended child's pose. Alright guys, thank you so much for practicing with me today. Those were a few of my favorite hip openers. I hope you guys liked them, and I can't wait to see you guys back here at fitandflexy.com. See you soon!